Hello, hello. This is my another installment of my series about the ORA Portal. If you didn't know, that is the new online process OPM has implemented for employees and agencies to submit retirement applications. So, if you haven't already, I would definitely make sure to check my previous video out on my page because it will give you a good overview of the tool. My name is Nichole Bishop. I am a federal HR retirement specialist with 15 years of service. And I just feel like there's so much information for federal employees should have access to and don't. And so I'm attempting to fill that gap with this channel. So let's get right into it. The tips and trick for using the ORA tool. So number one on my list is preparation. You want to be prepared. You don't want to just be going with the flow on this one. So that means for one, you need to be informed. And so watching this video is a huge step in that direction. So I commend you for doing so. I know this stuff could be boring. I'm trying to jam pack it as much as possible. But it's so important. It's so important. So I commend you for watching this and making sure you know what's going on. Definitely watch my last video as well for that overview on ORA. But basically, the more informed you are, the less anxiety you will have about the situation. You will know exactly where you are in the steps of the process and what's coming next. This is only going to help you. Other ways to be informed are by reading or watching the resources provided by your agency. Putting your completed package in the portal is a majorly important step in the retirement process, obviously. But there are also other actions you have to take to successfully be separated from your agency. And I'm sure most agencies will be providing. Resources to help you more easily navigate the retirement process. So you definitely want to make sure you're taking the time to find out what those things are and being familiar with them. Third part of the preparation process is gathering the necessary documents. So those are things like a marriage certificate if you're married, and even if you are separated, if you are still legally married, OPM wants that marriage certificate. So you need that. You need a divorce decree if your former spouse is entitled to any retirement benefits, any of your federal retirement benefits. If you have military time, they need DD 214s. And this is just to name a few of the documents that you need. I provided a really long, exhaustive list in my last video, so I won't belabor that point. But the main thing is you want to get those documents together so you won't have to be running around figuring out where those things are when you're ready to start your application. Lastly, watch the ORA video for instructions on maneuvering the portal. It's created by OPM and it's meant to give you the instructions and to really help you out on that point. From my view, the portal is mostly user friendly. It can take some getting used to, but the more you play around in there, the easier it becomes. One of the main things that you're going to have to do is read. And I know I'm one of those people with IKEA furniture. I just open the box and start putting stuff together, and I have ruined more than one set of furniture doing that. But on this one, you definitely want to read because it's not just about the instructions, it's also explaining to you the choices that you are making within that tool. But there are bugs that OPM does know about and they are working out. But for the most part, things are pretty user friendly. So let's get into it. Get into the navigation tips. You want to use a desktop or laptop. The tool works best on a full size screen, not mobile. You're just asking for pain. Save each section before you move on. It won't always autosave, so don't lose your progress. You want to label your documents clearly. Use names like marriage sir underscore Johnson .pdf. So HR and OPM know exactly what they are looking for. That also will make sure that they know what you were attempting to upload. Because if the upload goes in there and it doesn't show well, or you accidentally upload the wrong thing, then they'll know immediately that there's an issue. And you want to preview everything before submitting. So what I said last time, that won't happen. Make sure you're looking at the documents that you uploaded to make sure that they came through clearly, that they're actually in there, and then all the information that you typed in, make sure that's correct and that you did it accurately. Now we're going to get into some tricks that can save you time and stress. Use the help icons. ORA includes tools and tips that explain each section, so don't skip them. They're short and useful. Create a retirement packet folder on your desktop. So it's a place you can keep all your documents, your notes, and screenshots together in one place. It'll be easier for you to know where you were at, what did you had going on, and just make it easier for you moving forward. Print a hard copy of your completed application. It is not required, but it's smart in case something goes wrong electronically. You have all that information. And then check your status regularly. So, ORA lets you track different stages of your retirement journey, and this is a way that you can be well informed and know what's going on. Let's talk about some common mistakes to avoid during this process. First, not reviewing all information for accuracy. Anytime there is incorrect information in that portal, it can cause delays, it can cause you to miss out on money, and mainly it's going to be a huge headache. So it is crucial to double check every detail before submission, and not just what you added to the portal. You should look at all the information entered on your behalf. Do not just click through saying things are okay without doing your due diligence. This is a manual process which gives opportunity for mistakes on both ends. And your HR at this point, if you are a September retirement, especially, there are loads and loads of you guys in there. And so your HR counselor most likely has a heavy load and they are manually putting in a lot of that information. You don't want anything fat fingered on your behalf. So please, please make sure you're reviewing everything. Like I said, not just what you put in there, but also what was entered on your behalf, especially when certifying the certified summary of service. So that is the step after your retirement application is approved. Then your HR is going to send you the certified summary of service. That is where your agency enters all any military and civilian periods of service they have on record for you. Make sure all the service is accounted for and make sure that the dates are correct. Even a day off is an issue. Make sure if you have military service, it states paid or unpaid. Um, just make sure that it looks right to you. If you think there is any inaccuracy, you should reach out to HR immediately. Immediately. A bad enough mistake can be the difference, even if you are able to retire. So you really, really want to make sure you get that taken care of as quickly as possible. Next, remember to check the portal regularly. Many people forget this step and miss important updates. So staying informed is key to a smooth experience. It'll also help you in ensuring that you are timely and taking actions that you need to take. Avoid the assumption that no news is good news. If your application is stuck in one status for over a month with no updates, it's okay to call your HR and check just to make sure things are running smoothly. Again, there are going to be a lot of retirements coming up. So it probably is going to take some time, but over a month, yeah. Lastly, try not to bombard HR with inquiries. I know. I just said to reach out to them, but that is with an extreme time lapse. So let me be clear. What I mean by a status change. So when your agency creates your ORA account, um, that is kind of when the clock would stop, because now the ball is in your hands. You have an action to complete. However long it takes you to submit your package for review, that's when the clock starts again for HR. Once they review that package, and if it's rejected because updates are needed, that's when the clock starts again, because now it is in your hands. And you started from that time, not from when your account was created. So if your account was created in June and your HR reviewed it in July, okay, the clock would restart. That's what I mean. Um, so basically, if your package, as long as your package is flowing through the process, leave HR alone. And unless you are explicitly told to, don't email them with each status change. Don't email them with each status change. They will get that automatic email already. They don't need you to tell them. You're kind of just clogging up the box for that. So they are there to help, but excessive communication can slow the process for everyone involved. By steering clear of these common pitfalls, you'll ensure a more streamlined and efficient process. And don't be scared. You've got this, and I'm your friend in HR. I'm here to help you. You have questions, I probably have answers. So contact me. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm working on getting myself together in a little bit more easier way for people to connect with me. But right now, check me out. I'm Nichole with the H. I love connecting with federal employees. We are in this together. Thank you for your attention. You could have been on any other video in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe, comment for more federal retirement tips. If you do have questions, you can put them down below. I'll try to answer as many as I can. If I get a lot, if I get a little, I'll definitely answer those. And if you want a step-by-step breakdown, you want a counseling session, I do those as well. So retirement is a big step, but it doesn't have to be overwhelming, especially if you use the ORA portal in a smart way. So from one Fed to another, I got your back, and I'll see you on the next video.